Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and yes, we are at that segment where where we get to talk about how safe the road should be. And yes, this segment of the program is very exciting for me because I am passionate about safe travels, about being able to go out and come back home in one piece. That is using the road responsibly. As usual, this is a segment that I get to speak to my very own Oga Imrana Ibrahim Lamba. You're welcome on the program, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Brad. Good morning, our viewers.
Yes, and of course, Oga Imrana is an assistant commander of the road safety, and of course, the unit commander of the Central Business District. So he is in the heart of the city, seeing to road safety. Yes, my other Oga, yes, the special marshal, the one who has dedicated his time and effort and some of his money as well to ensuring that you and I are able to use our roads alongside his so many other colleagues and selfless service personalities is also here. I'm talking about Special Marshal James Bulloss. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. I feel so excited because, when we talk about road safety, it's something that concerns us all. Once you step out and you use the roads and you come back safely, you should thank God. You should thank the men and women of the Federal Road Safety Corps who are doing an exceptional service of ensuring that safety on the road is adhered to, as well as the sister agencies like the VIO and all others who are involved. But we are getting to a very critical time of the year. Yes, we have done from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Then now we are in September. That is very good.
Yeah.
We thank God for His mercy so far. But we all know how crazy the Ember months are, especially for road traffic. That is the concept. That is what we'll be discussing. So, um, how prepared is the Federal Road Safety Corps for the Ember months? But before we answer that question, as we usually do, let us see if there are any casualties, fatalities, or road crashes that should elucidate some reactions from us.
Yeah. The week under review, fatality, zero.
Thank God.
But there are crashes, even major crashes, major injuries,
Oh,
fractures and the rest. Vehicles destroyed, but fatality still zero.
okay.
Like I said earlier, by our 2023 strategic goal, the aim of the Corps is to minimize road traffic fatality to 5% from
Wow.
the 15% we tried to did last year. This year
Okay.
we are talking about fatality to be reduced to 5%. And I'm assuring you we are achieving that
Wonderful.
phase. So the week under review, by the grace of God, we don't have fatality, but there are crashes here and there, one or two, then major minor injuries. But we
Okay.
thank God. What is more important is the fatality is reducing drastically.
That is what we thank God for. Yes. Now the Ember months. We know how crazy these times are.
Yeah. Let me let me introduce what the environment is in road safety sense. Environments are months characterized or by their name, they end with ba,
Yes.
ember,
Ember.
September,
October, November, December.
Why are these months important to road safety? It's because these are months that are coming at the end of year.
Yes.
Naturally, end of every year is characterized with a lot of activities. The end of the year itself. Xmas is end of the year. Majority of marriages, end of the year. Thanksgiving, end of the year. Harvest, end of the year. So many things. People travel at the end of the year to see their families and what have you in the village. And you realize and found that roads are always busy. The roads will be characterized with high vehicular movement. There is increase in commuters. People will travel from point A to B, from this place to this city, from this city to this town. Now, because of that increase in vehicular movement, the commercial drivers will have a lot to do. Some of them want to maximize income by not resting, by driving dangerously, speeding, driving under influence of so many drugs and what have you, substances, to maximize the number of passengers that are there so that they have a very high return of proceeds. Then vehicles that have not traveled from January to August in one village or one city without proper mechanical check will be put on road to travel from point A to B. Then roads that you have not traveled for over 6, 7 months, you don't know that the road is good or bad, or there are potholes here and there. You just embark without knowing exactly the conditions of the road. That is what characterizes what we see during the Ember month and the cause of crashes. They tend to increase.
Okay.
There is tendency that road traffic crashes will increase because the commitment of people on the highway, the number of journeys, people that will travel are also going to increase because of the activities that are enshrined within this period of time.
Okay.
And that is why it's a point and also the amount and period of concern for the Federal Road Safety Commission or the Federal Road Safety Corps. Okay. And you ask what are appropriation? As usual, it's part of our ethics, it's part of our culture, it's part of our values, and also a standard of the FRAC. At the end of every year, we first do what we call Ember Month Flag Up campaign.
Okay.
We go to motor parks, go to so many places, garages. We gather people, drivers, officials, NUW, and the rest. We talk to them to prepare for the
Ember Month.
People think that there are blood-sucking demons on the road that are only coming out during this time to cause traffic.
Yes.
The blood-sucking demons is just a house. You understand?
Yes.
We are the blood-sucking demons. Our attitudes, our ways to driving is what is causing what we are seeing on the highway. So the Federal Road Safety, as usual, is out.
Okay.
On Tuesday, 11th.
Yes.
That was 11th of September.
Yes.
The Ember Month has been declared activated by the staff of the Federal Road Safety Corps.
Amazing.
Enforcement, enlightenment, sensitization, traffic monitoring, road researches, traffic control, road audit, what have you. Both our men, our resources, our equipment, our patrol vehicles, our ambulances, and everything is going to be committed into the road to ensure that commuters, Nigerians, have a very safe trip from point A
to point B.
And this is not only limited to Federal Road Safety Corps, the special marshals too.
Yes.
That is why
I was going to come down.
Yeah.
I was going to come down to the yes. I was going there because it's exciting to know that all of this is in place. It's reassuring because, like you rightly said, the significance of the Ember Month is such that everybody is traveling either back home. In fact, people even come from outside the country back home. Festivals, celebrations, and all of that. And as such, there's more traffic on the road. Now, the men and women of the Federal Road Safety Corps cannot handle this mandate all by themselves. That is why they have a support system, which is known as the Special Marshal. You are also going to be deployed during this period. Let's first of all hear your thoughts on what this period represents for road safety.
Well, I want to thank you, Mr. Labaran, for having me once more. And I want to also thank my unit commander for his elaborate explanation.
Yes.
Now, as we all know, the Ember Month is actually packed up with a lot of activities. People from outside the country, and which causes a lot of traffic on the road and a lot of vehicular movement. And as a result of that, the unpreparedness of most of these drivers and commuters is what leads to some of these crashes, which the road safety is trying to reduce to its barest minimum. And over the years, the road safety has been doing this to the best of its ability. Deploying every resources available to the road safety to make sure that the aim is achieved. And for this aim to be achieved, there are lots of enlightenment that is being carried out. And the enlightenment being carried out, we as a support system, we as professionals, we go out to make sure that this enlightenment, which is a very vital aspect of it, is part that we carry on. You realize that because a lot of these commercial drivers and other drivers want to meet up according to the usual language. They want to make sure they maximize profit during this period. A lot of them will go under the influence of alcohol to stay awake while driving, but the human body cannot be overworked. At a particular level, the body breaks down.
Yes.
So fatigue could result to road crashes. It could be as a result of the fact that while you're driving on the way, somebody is tired and he parks his vehicle, and the vehicle is not properly parked on the highway, and it creates a danger to other road users. And as a result of that, there could be road crashes. Then people who want to go from point A to point B using the same vehicle without giving the vehicle adequate maintenance could lead to mechanical problems. And such mechanical problems will cause road fatalities, which could lead to deaths, outright deaths, to injuries, and what have you. So all these factors could come, either the human factor, the mechanical factor, or the environmental factor, which my unit commander has expressed. If you are traveling from here, from people coming from the north going south, and you've throughout the year you've not engaged or indulged in any traveling, and you've not checked what the highways, whether as a result of the road, whether the highways are in good condition or in bad condition, and you engage in these long journeys, and before you get there, you find out that there might be potholes which have not been looked into, or which have not been managed by the necessary authorities, and before you know it, it could be leading to a traffic jam. Then you see other people overloaded, because they want to meet up and carry as many people or as much goods as they can. And you see that the vehicle which is made for a particular amount or
number of people
or amount of goods that they can carry, these vehicles will now be overloaded, and before you know it, you see the things skidding off the road, and this could lead to great fatality. So a lot of numerous factors can lead to this fatality, and as a result of that, it could lead to death. But the Federal Road Safety has made it a point of duty to make sure that the populace are enlightened, so that we reduce this to the barest.
Unfortunately, our time is very short, but we've commenced our campaign here on the program as well as to enlightening people on the need for safety on the road. So it's a continuous one. It's been a pleasure having you, Special Marshal James Bulus. Thank you for coming, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
Yes, and my very own Oga, my Oga himself. Yes, we know we'll be here.
Including every episode.
Yes, okay.
As we are approaching the end of their celebrations, right?
Yeah.
People should know only the living celebrates. So drive to stay alive.
Wonderful. So you heard it. To be able to enjoy that celebration you're traveling to, or to come back with those goodies you've gotten from that celebration that you come and share with people like me that are not traveling anywhere, you need to be alive. And I'm waiting here, So whatever it is, please observe safety rules on the road. It's still Good Morning Abuja. We'll take a short break. When we come back, the program continues.